Before beginning the actual video part of this video, I just want to let you know that I'm currently working on the UPR lore video, and I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the month if everything goes as planned. Enjoy the video. Today I want to talk about the first Operation expansion for Battleborn, Attikus and the Thrall Rebellion. Released on October 13th, alongside a very large update, the DLC is available to Season Pass holders or for 700 in-game platinum. It offers additional story/PvE content, bringing players to the simulation of the degenerate homeworld Tempest to witness Attikus trying to recall the events of the Third Thrall Rebellion. But of course, those are all things you can read on the tin. What I really want to talk about are my current thoughts, opinions, and minor issues with the DLC. First and foremost, I have to address something I talked about in one of my videos. The writing. It's fucking brilliant. Almost all of the humor lands, but the operation really shines once you get further into the stories to the heavier stuff. Obviously, Oscar Mike wearing lipstick on his full combat armor and helmet in an attempt to be a femme fatale is funny, as well as his accompanying noir music played on a kazoo. But just as enthralling, I got it out of the way, is the discourse of forced sentience and liberty. That said, I think the arrangement of the stories could have been moved around a little bit. Maybe mix some of the serious and funny stuff up front to make the first experiences as strong as possible, and save the weird meta joke runs for later playthroughs where story is less the concern. That said, that changed into my next point, the ops point system. Going into the expansion, frankly I had no idea how the fuck it was gonna work. Obviously there were explanations out there, but some of the features sounded confused and a bit chaotic. I'm happy that the system is a lot simpler and smoother in execution than on paper. Every run of the mission allows you to acquire 50 ops points through loot chests and optional side objectives. Every time you complete the mission, you'll begin with 5 more ops points the next time, thereby increasing how many points you're capable of getting. With a starting max of 50 ops points, that means there's a total max of 100 points. While I love the scaling difficulty and reward system, my only issue is kind of the same one as I had with the story distribution: pacing. Having to play through the mission 10 times to start at the right difficulty is a tiny bit annoying. A sort of betting system might have worked better, so you could choose where to start gambling how hard the game will be for what sort of rewards victory will yield. As someone who only queues for normal difficulty story mode to help out newer players, the choice to be in a higher difficulty would have really helped my first impressions and won me over a lot faster. It's a bit somewhat of a minor gripe, but it might be worth addressing in the future operations. In terms of rewards, I'm really happy. Both styles of skins look amazing on most of the characters, and the Oscar Mike air guitar taunt is possibly my favorite taunt in the game. Of course, the higher level playthroughs are kind of rewarding in of themselves, and I personally found the lore to be a nice treat. All in all, I'm pleased and impressed. In a game that already took a fair amount of risk, Gearbox had the guts here to push even more, and I think it paid off. Despite an odd and unfamiliar mission, progression, and narrative structure, it feels cohesive and is really nice to look at. I honestly wish there was a way to play with the black and white filter with red accents on all the time, though I get why it isn't. That would be kind of weird too. This is by no means an official review, but if I were to put out a numerical rating on my experience thus far, it's an easy 8.5 if not 9. If you like Battleborn, it's definitely worth checking out, and if you haven't played yet, I definitely recommend jumping in now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leaving a like or subscribing is always rad, and let me know in the comments what you think of the first operation or what you'd like to see in the next few. If you want to support me directly, consider backing me on Patreon, and until next time, beautiful people.